Welcome back, everybody. All right, let's check out Drunken Master for the Monk subclass. Now, I have to say this before in every video that this is for the stress test for patch 8, so technically a beta, not a final version. Things may change on release. So let's go ahead and head in game. All right, and in game here, we have the beautiful Lae'zel. Obviously, we're going with Monk, so you get all your normal class features here. Ability point, let's go ahead and rearrange this because this is not how I want it. Now this is more so how I want my ability points laid out. I am going to be utilizing the elixir of Hill Giant or Cloud Giant strength. So that is why our strength is so low. I like to do a strength monk instead of a dexterity monk. But since we're going to be using that elixir, we can go ahead and bump up our dexterity. The next important thing is wisdom. We're going to be wanting to bump up our wisdom a lot. And our constitution being 15 there, you'll see why once we get our first feat. So let's go ahead and head to level 2. So level 2, we don't pick up anything new. We just get the Step of the Wind, dash, and then patient defense. This is normal stuff that every monk gets. We also get our key points as well. This is like our class resource. And then we get unarmored movement. If we don't wear any armor, we get like a little bit of boost to movement speed. So that's nice. Let's move to level 3. So level 3 is where we pick up our subclass. So we have Way of the Drunken Master. With the unpredictable lurches of a tippler, tippler's like somebody who drinks a lot of alcohol, you hiccup your way through battle, frustrating foes with carefully executed movements concealed beneath a facade of incompetence. I like that description a lot. So let's check out the subclass features here. You get Cheeky Tipple, which means you are immune to the negative effects of being drunk. So that pause right now, stop. Go to your local pub or bar and just buy all the alcohol they have basically behind the counter. Now that you have all that alcohol, once per day, when you drink alcohol, you regain half of your key points. So it's a nice way to replenish your key. And then our next subclass feature here is Drunken Performance. We just gain proficiency in performance. Not bad. Our action here, Drunken Technique. So this is just a nice bit of damage, 8 to 18. Bonus action, we spend a key points. Punch twice in quick succession and grant yourself additional 3 movement speed with the benefits of disengage. So kind of like a hit and run action. So let's go ahead and move to level 4 where we will pick up our first feat. Well, I guess before we get to our feat, class feature, again, all monks get this. We get slow fall, we get some more key points. And then for our actions here, we get Intoxicating Strike and we get Intoxicating Strike. Yes, the same name. One is an action though, and the other is a bonus action. So the playstyle here, so this is really just like a melee attack that's going to inflict a status effect. In this case, the status effect is drunk. When you hit somebody, there's a chance that they will get the condition drunk, and that just means they have disadvantage on dexterity and charisma checks. As we level up, applying this drunk effect, we're going to be able to play off it a little bit more, but at level 4, it's an okay ability. I don't know how often I'd be using it just yet. But feat-wise, first feat we're going to go with is Tavern Brawler. And we're going to be bumping our constitution up to 16. That's why it had 15. Strength-wise, like I said at the beginning, we're going to be utilizing an elixir to bump up our strength, so it doesn't need to be high at all. The other reason why I really like taking a Tavern Brawler here is when you make an unarmed attack or use an improvised weapon or throw something, your strength modifier is added twice to damage and attack rolls. It's going to be really nice when our strength is at 21 or 27. So that's why we're going with Tavern Brawler. So let's move on to level 5. So level 5, we pick up extra attack, and we do pick up 2 actions here. They're both Stunning Strike. One of them is for unarmed, and then the other is if you're using a quarterstaff. As a monk, I like to use my unarmed attacks instead. But that's it for level 5. Let's go ahead and jump into level 6. And at level 6 here, we do get some more subclass features. We get Leap to your feet. So when you are prone, standing up uses only 1.5 meters of your movement speed. So it's not great, it's not bad, it's kind of whatever. It's nice to have, I suppose. And then our other feature here is Redirect Attack. When a creature misses you with a melee attack, you can spend 1 key point as a reaction to make them attack a new target if possible. Not huge, but it's something. So let's move on to level 7. At level 7, we pick up some more class feature here. We get Evasion, and we also get Stillness of Mind. Every monk gets this, so let's just kind of talk about the new stuff. And the new feature here we get is Life of the Party. Every time Intoxicating Strike hits, the monk gains Life of the Party, which increases your armor class and attack rolls against the drunk target. And then if we actually look at Life of the Party, that tooltip here, Gain +1 to armor class and +1 to attack rolls against drunk targets for each successful intoxicating strike. Yeah, +1 to those things. It's okay, but at level 7 here, not great. So let's go ahead and that's it for level 7. Let's go to level 8. So at level 8, nothing new. We get some more key points, but feat-wise, I want to bump up my wisdom as much as possible. And we're just going to zoom in on Lae'zel's face as well. But wisdom as high as possible. And we can move on to level 9. And at level 9 here, we do get another class action. It is Sobering Realization. So hit a drunk target. So again, this is all playing back into spreading that drunk status effect onto enemies that you hit. But anyways, hit a drunk target and sober them up by dealing bonus psychic damage. On a successful hit, the monk also loses life of the party. So this synergizes with life of the party. So the idea is going to be to hit a target, put that drunk status effect on them, and then use Sobering Realization on them to do a little bit more damage, but you'll also lose life of the party. So it could be more considered like almost like a finisher instead. Because as we saw in the tooltip there, we do get +1 armor class, and then we also get more attack rolls against drunk targets. So if somebody has a lot of health, maybe not the best idea to use this if it's not going to kill them. So let's go ahead and move on to level 10. And at level 10, we just pick up some normal monk things here, or again, that improved unarmored movement. We just get to move even more as long as they're not wearing armor. And then we also get Purity of Body. You are immune to poison damage and can't be poisoned or affected by disease thanks to your purifying ki that is going through you. So yeah, let's just move on to level 11. But at level 11 here, yeah, we do get another subclass feature. We get Drunkard's Luck. When you make an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw and have disadvantage on the roll, you can spend 2 key points to negate the disadvantage for that roll. So kind of like a survivability feature here. So not bad. Let's go ahead and head to level 12, where I think we're really just picking up our last feat. And I think we'll just go with more wisdom. And I'm bumping up wisdom so much because there are a pair of boots that will give you more damage on your melee attacks based off of your wisdom. And also that drunk status effect that basically this entire subclass revolves around, that DC is based off of the wisdom. So the higher the wisdom, the higher that DC check is going to be for the enemies. So let's move to the gameplay section. All right, and for the gameplay section here, just really quickly for the equipment and stuff we're using. So Elixir of Cloud Giant Strength. Told you I was going to say use that for why our strength was so low. Now it's at 27, so really good there. And then the rest of the gear that we're wearing, really just for higher dice check, and then unarmed, basically melee damage, and then a little bit of movement speed with Pressure's Ring here. We are going to be bringing a Swashbuckling Rogue. I just want to try them out a little bit more. I don't know if they're buggy or I just suck with them. All right, so here we are in the fight. We got our Swashbuckler. We're going to try to have him... who should he go for? Probably just the ranger right in front of us here. And let's make sure all of our skills and our reactions are ask first. So if we do flick at the wrist here, it'll ask us, yes, for the sneak attack. Not going to take it. And now we're going to use it. We didn't roll that high, but that's okay. We're not really showing off him. The Swashbuckler will handle him. The mage will be the biggest pain in the butt. And thankfully, we have a crap ton of movement speed. And because we have Lae'zel, actually, she gets her own Misty Step, but we don't really need to use that. So not looking to actually try to do that drunk feedback loop on the mage here. We're just going to knock him out. God, hey. Say what you want about monks, they just do a lot of damage despite the subclass. So it's good to see that Drunken Master still gets the job done. Just gonna knock him out, and we still have one more hit left, so we're just gonna actually try to get this guy drunk. And he actually succeeded his roll against being intoxicated. He rolled a 24, okay, but the dice check from us is 19, which that's not bad. That's all we can do for now. Let's just get a turn. Dude, this guy in this room, he just beats the shit out of you. This freaking dwarf, he's very angry. Okay, so we can redirect our attack. Now let's see, where do you go? What do you do? Okay, nice. Okay, so last time I tested this, he just went immediately, the person who had the redirect attack went to my other party member. But they can just go to the other enemies for the strike. So that's good to know. Let's go ahead and just flicker the wrist there. They drop their weapon. We should have advantage on him, but we don't because he's this guy here is too close. So we'll move over here. Yep, and we got it now. So he's dead. Anyways, Rogue, get out of here. This is not, you're not the focus of this right now. So we'll do Intoxicating Strike here. And that procced Life of the Party for us. So looking at Life of the Party here, gain +1 to armor class and +1 to attack rolls. That is the same as it was during the leveling. I said we were going to check to see if this scales up at all, and it doesn't. So that's really not the greatest. So really the big synergy with this is then hitting Sobering Realization, which how much health do you have? It's not going to do enough damage. And if we actually just look at Drunken Technique, it does more damage. They both cost key points. This is a bonus action. This is an action, obviously. And really the only difference is we just have Life of the Party on this guy, but Life of the Party as a little buff really isn't that great. And then they just have disadvantage on dexterity and charisma checks. I don't know. I'm not overwhelmed by that, I should say. But let's just hit him with Intoxicating Strike again. So now he does have that drunk status effect, and I guess we could either hit him again, or we could do Life of the Party. I'm sorry, not Life of the Party, or Sobering Realization. I guess we'll do that because this can't kill him. I mean, I really like the animations. I think they're really cool. I mean, you can see how much damage they're doing because we're freaking monk. And okay, this is interesting. Okay, I don't think it's showing up as it did before. But when I did a test run, I was going to ask you guys a question because look at my log here as far as how the damage is broken down. Where it says strength modifier +8, before it was taking my dexterity instead. So I was only getting a +3. So instead of that +8 and then also the +8 for a damage roll, that was only 3 instead. But you can see obviously in the log here, it is taking my strength modifier. So I don't know what that was all about. But again, it's a beta, so things are maybe a little bit not working as intended or showing up as intended. I do like how the animation here, you can see Lae'zel. Let's see if we can get her to kind of move around. See, yeah, here we go. She, you know, they kind of do the drunken sailor thing here. So I really like the animation. A lot of work was actually put into this subclass. It's just functionality wise, I'm not exactly blown away. They got the drunk effect, and we can use sobering realization, and then they're dead. So I really do like the animations. So really, thoughts overall on Drunken Master. It's got a pretty simple gimmick, but is it really better than Way of the Fist or something like that? I don't know. I really like the fantasy. I like the RP, obviously, because we have all this alcohol, so we can just drink some, and then we get some more key points. I kind of wish there was a benefit of being drunk in combat. Now, one of the subclass features is the negative effects of being drunk. They don't affect us as a way of the Drunken Master, but it really doesn't give us any benefits either, other than just replenishing our key points, which that's pretty big, but it's only once per long rest. I don't know. You guys let me know how you feel about this one. I'm not saying it's horrible. It's just not really like wowing me, if that makes any sense. But that's a video. Let me know what you guys want to see next. I will have that out probably later in the afternoon, and then there's just 2 more after that. So the ones we got remaining are, we have the Ranger, we have the Barbarian, and we have the Bard. Let me know what you guys want to see later today, and yeah, I will catch you guys then. Peace, and take care.